All right, our newest little locomotive. This is a pre-war American Flyer 3198 little cast locomotive I picked up this weekend at a train show. It did not spin. Everything was locked up. The non-geared wheels were okay. They had a couple of little cracks, but they had not expanded. The geared side, the other side, the wheels had kind of deteriorated and expanded, and everything was bound together. It was missing the little bell, and I was told that the man I bought it off of had no way of testing it. As fate would have it, I had the two geared drive wheels at home with the proper gears and axles, and I did not have the non-geared side. So I brought them home. They were black, so hence the need to redo the orange. So the other side now has orange wheels. This side's orange wheels got new paint. While I was at it, I did the stripe down the side and on the front again. I had a little MTH bell that I cut down, took off the little mount, and then I ball peened it in so it stayed. And then this was missing its drive rods. So I took a set of Lionels that I had laying around and then kind of fabbed this little section, put a spacer in it. This was super cool. It actually has a reverse mechanism in the cab. You slide down on the little lever and it goes one direction. When you lift on the lever, it goes the other. So kind of a little manual, put it in forward, little manual direction change. I had a little tender. The one that came with this one had four-wheel trucks, but I had this one, and the locomotive did not come with a tender. And mine is already set up with a Lionel hook so that I can pull my Lionel cars because I don't own American Flyer pre-war passenger cars. So with its little bell on, its orange touched up, its new wheels, the wiring was all original. So it had crumbled, like the insulation on the outside had crumbled. I just took some shrink tubing, kept the original wires, and just put little tiny shrink tubing over the outside. So it still has its original wires. Headlight works great. And away we go. Runs actually very, very smooth. We'll throw our little lever in the back. In this case, we lift up on it. Manually have changed directions. Goes perfectly into reverse. And drop it again. Like with some of the other American Flyer stuff that I've worked on, finding the parts is a little difficult. Easier to find some of the S gauge, but the O gauge stuff, a little more scarce. And it looks like a toy, but I like it a lot. It's actually one of my favorite little locomotives. It's really heavy, runs very smooth. I kind of like the shape. Just a fun little toy. So, American Flyer 3198 pre-war cast locomotive. All original paint except for the orange.